So that just happened. Luka is an LA Laker now, and Anthony Davis is a Dallas Maverick. What is the world at this point? Taking a look at the trade, it's just interesting. The Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleba, and Markieff Morris. Mavs get AD, Max Christie, and a first round pick. Then the Jazz get uh, Jalen Hood, Shafino, and two second round picks. They're in here for more than likely money reasons, just to make sure things work out. But yeah, basically a Luka AD swap for two role players from Dallas, and then the Lakers gave up a decent young player and a first round pick. That is some atrocious value. Mainly because AD is got like maybe 3 years of truly good production left in him, barring any injury. And Luca has a decade of production left in him, barring any injury. This trade would make sense if Luca demanded a trade, but if Luca didn't, and from all reports, it looks like the Mavs went out of their way to actually do the trade and approach the Lakers, then yeah, this trade looks bad. Not only because this was an unforced error, but of all people, they went to the Lakers. They basically, from what I imagine, this trade discussion was, "Hey, LA, we want Anthony Davis." Okay, for what? Oh, just Luca. Blows my mind. And I feel like this also closes the chapter on the LeBron James time here in LA. He's either going to retire end of next year or he's going to be on a different team. I just don't see him long term for LA at this point, and I feel like they're turning a corner and going to embrace Luca this upcoming off season and going forward. And the fact that the Lakers basically reset their superstar clock again is just mind blowing, really, because AD is a very good player. Dropping him in mid season on a contending team where they're going to have to restructure a lot of things because it's not like he's going to be the second or third option. He's 1A and 1B, and there's a lot of things you got to reconstruct. And that takes a year off of AD. Just a year of contention or good play out of him that really limits you probably till he's about 35, and he turns 32 here in about a month or so. So you got about 3 years of contending, barring any injury, barring whatever else happens to this roster. You got the duo for 3 years. You better make it count. That's all I say, because you just burned any loyalty this fan base had for you. Because previous generation, they had Dirk. Dirk went on a heroic finals run that ended short versus the Miami Heat. Took a little bit to get back, came back, and finished the job later. Luka was in part one. He's never going to get a part two. You just screwed an entire generation of Maverick fans out of their Dirk. They don't get those memories. They don't get attached like they are to Dirk. You just ruined any good faith you had with them. You're not Mark Cuban. You are not the championship Mavs from the old. You don't get any of that good grace. So you burning what you had to begin with, bold move, dude. And you're just coming off a finals run with the duo that you just had. And you're like, nah, screw any chemistry those two had. Let's just hope AD and Kyrie work together, which they probably will, but never know. Shit happens. It's just boggling that not only did the trade go down, there was nothing pushing in this direction that Luka was on the market. Really, the only real name I thought was on the market this year was De'Aaron Fox. Maybe some other trades, but he was usually like the one top, looming trade dime guy going into this. Not Luka. And the reasons they cited for it were Luka kept coming into the year out of shape, not in a great condition, and that had some concerns going forward. Okay, I get that. Has he ever been out of shape in the playoffs? No, that wasn't the problem there. And you said you wanted to trade for an all NBA player who's defensively focused because, to quote the general manager, defense wins championships, and that's why they went out and got AD instead. My guy, the Dallas Mavericks defense, wow, not world breaking, was not that bad. Was not the reason they lost. You built a system around Luka. Because that's what you do when you have an offensive system walking as a one person. AD is not his own defensive system. He is great, but he can't carry you that far. Not when you're also expecting him to produce on the offensive end. That's just not how that's going to work. And I love how they're saying, yeah, we'll have AD play the four. It's always where he wants to go. That's not going to fly if you end up facing off with probably OKC. That's not going to fly. Like anyone who has a good five, you're going to put AD on him anyways. What's the point? I know he loves saying he wants to be the four. You're going to need a five who is a defensive monster who it makes sense to leave that assignment to. But as much as he's going to be playing the four in the regular season, when push comes to shove, his ass is going to be at the five. And if it's not, it's going to be, you know, situational. But still, you're changing your defensive mindset completely when you add him because, yes, it's better, but he wants to play the four instead of the five. If you want to play him at the five, that's a different story. I think they do get better defensively quite a bit, but I'm concerned about offensively because Luka and that cutting, four and fives that they have, is Kyrie going to be able to pick up the pace with the lob threats or the cuts down there? I don't know. And if it's not Kyrie handling the ball, are you wanting AD to? You should be feeding AD in the post, not having him handle the ball out the perimeter. So I don't know what you're wanting out there. It's going to be interesting. Weird 3 years. One team is going to reset while the other hopes the duo works out within 3 years. You know it's weird when I'm actually making a video blog. I haven't made a video in eons, but here I am. So I'm going to stop rambling because I feel like everyone's going to analyze this to death, but I just want to put it out there, digital history and all that. I was here. I saw this crazy shit go down. And hopefully this spurs me to continue making videos. So if you like this, if you like me ranting and rambling, please stick around. I'm going to be making some NBA content. I have an idea of making one about, 73 9 Warriors. I also plan on doing other videos, not just on sports. So stick around. I'm not only basketball, but I do enjoy you guys coming around. Please leave a comment or like. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this, but